Playing at home has long been seen as a massive advantage. Winning at home is the key to success. They're supposed to be the easy hits. But how true is this in MLS? And if it is, then why? And what factors are in play? Who has biggest home advantage? I decided to find out. Using data solely from the 2022 season because it's the most recent full data set and because I couldn't be bothered to go back any further, I looked at the home wins for each team and this was the result. So, Philly Union and LAFC have the most. What a discovery. They were the two best teams in their leagues and won their conferences, so no ball. They were always going to top this list. Not that interesting or insightful. So, going a step further, I needed to establish a baseline for each team to even the playing field. Now, looking at the number of home wins in relation to the team's total amount of wins is a bit more insightful. That is what is shown here. All the figures above 0 are showing the degree of each team's relative home advantage. The top teams have done much better at home than in away games. The ones at the bottom show the opposite, but we'll come to that later. So from the top, Colorado Rapids head the table, having won 10 games at home and just 1 away from the Bank of America Stadium, meaning over 90% of their wins came at home. An astounding degree of home bias there. Amazing. Similarly, San Jose Earthquakes won a total of 8 games in 2022, but all but one of these was at home. So again, massive home biases there. Vancouver Whitecaps, Sporting Kansas City, Atlanta United and Toronto FC all had just 2 away wins in the season. So why do we think this is? I'm saying we because I really do want your input on this, because you guys know a lot more about the league than I do. Well, home advantage has traditionally been made up of numerous factors, and in my experience, these include: number 1, familiarity with the pitch and the stadium. You can image the winger know exactly where to cross a ball if they've run over that same patch of grass 1,000 times. The corner taker's never surprised to hear the away fans shout at him from behind the goal. The striker knows to aim for the sponsorship board advertising an obscure cryptocurrency to hit the top corner. There are so many reasons why familiarity with your surroundings can help you play better. Number 2, the match plan. The mentality. If you're travelling away to unfamiliar territory, you might be a little bit more cagey. You don't want to let the home fans get on your back, and you want to kind of lock the back door before trying to snatch a win or even just roll around on the floor for most of the second half to waste time. Try it at home though, and you will soon find that your supporters get very fed up. So teams tend to play more expansive, adventurous football at home, and this could add to their chances of winning. Third is the distance to away games. If you have to play a match after a flight, or have to spend time getting to know where to go and what you should be doing, it can make your performances suboptimal, because your mind is elsewhere. If you're really far from home, the climate may even play into this equation too. Finally, and most importantly, the home fans. Yeah, it's up to us lot, you lot, the local crowd cheering the team on to win. It's giving our boys that extra ounce of confidence and putting that little bit of fear into the opposition, getting into the goalkeeper's head. Interestingly, as most fans have suspected at some point, there does seem to be a home bias effect on referees too. According to numerous studies, referees constantly give more favourable decisions to the home team. One great example of this is a 2021 study by Bilalic, Gula and Vaci entitled Home Advantage Mediated by Referee Bias and Team Performance During COVID. Snappy. Which found that during matches with no crowd, such as in the Corona lockdown periods, a sample of over 4,000 soccer matches from 12 European leagues showed the home advantage was reduced by around 1/3. The study concluded with the lines, "The current pandemic reveals that the figurative 12th man is no mere fan hyperbole, but is in fact the most important player in the home team." Love that line, it's brilliant. Back to our table of homers, and the bottom of this list is as intriguing as the top. Who is performing better away from home, and why? Enter New York Red Bulls, achieving an impressive 15 wins in 2022, but only 6 of these came in front of the home fans, a real outlier in the data. Confused, as is my natural state, I sought answers in the previous guest and all-round good guy, Seeing Red's Mark Fishkin, who had this to say. Red Bull New York 2022 home matches were terrible. The prevailing theory was that teams came into RBA and bunkered, content with a draw and unwilling to play into the Red Bulls' high press, and for the most part were successful. When New York went on the road, opponents were more eager to play a more open style to try and get the 3 points in their home parks, and played right into New York's hands. So that supports one of the earlier theoretical factors. Some teams will thrive against teams who open up to play when in front of their home support. Huge thanks to Mark, by the way, and do check out the Seeing Red podcast. It's brilliant. So, in summary, home advantage is real and it is significant. So if you're a match-going home fan, keep going. You are actively helping your team win. What do you think? Did I get all the factors there? Is there something I've missed? Does your team play better at home? Why is it? I'll see you next time.